2670 Bunkhouse Passport here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. I got some wicked glare coming in from the sunshine here later in the day. This came in later in the afternoon than they typically do, but I'm not going to let that stop us. The show must go on, as they say. So, if you'd like to see if we have this in stock and available, all you have to do is click the link in the video description. It says check for price and availability. Here at Haylet RV, we clearly publish what we have in stock. We don't publish what we don't have in stock, and we clearly publish pricing that is void of those pesky hidden dealer fees that seem to plague this industry. We're not a hidden fee dealer. So, if you'd like more details on any of that, give us a call here. I want to focus more on the trailer, not on us. You know, you could call us any day and we can tell you all about ourselves, but you don't care about us. You care about this trailer you might put in your backyard. So why the Passport? Why this floor plan? Because more and more brands are building this model suddenly here because it fulfills a really awesome role. Coming in between 51 and 5,200 pounds built, dry weight. It is a highly towable RV. Potentially bigger SUVs are going to handle. It's not just half tons. And Passport is overall the #1 selling ultralight in North America. Wow. And it's been that way for a number of years. So what is it about these guys? Why is everybody copying them? Why is it whenever a new ultralight brand comes on the street, it's basically a Passport clone? Let me show you the ways. So, like everybody, you know, they got a simple solar plug up front. That's just not the biggest thing in the world. I just want to point out that it is there. It's often overlooked on the Passports. But there is something here that makes this a little bit different, and it's the chassis. And folks, I've always felt that an RV is a lot like a house in this regard. The value of your house is in the foundation. It's not in the walls, it's not in the roof, it's in the foundation. Because if you have a good foundation, you're going to have a good house. Because everything starts level and it starts square and it stays there. This is on a different chassis. It's a huck-bolted aircraft style frame. It's made with HSLA steel, which means high strength, low alloy. What that means in English, guys, is it's stronger but lighter. It's not the less expensive chassis. In fact, it's the more expensive chassis available on the market. But in my belief, it is the best chassis. Because from what I've seen, the brands that ride on this chassis seem to hold together better, longer, stronger. Now, you'll notice they're using the nicer magnet baggage latches here. They've got sealed piano hinges so that your big pass-through baggage doors here don't get, you know, the hinge doesn't get sprung. And did you notice you've got same size pass-through baggage doors on both sides of the camper? They've got the wider 30-inch doors on both sides, and then when you get in here, it's actually a little bit larger. Now look at the details. Again, Passports are an extremely high-quality, well-constructed brand. In a lightweight world, they have one of the very best service and satisfaction ratings out there. So it starts with a good chassis, but then we move up, and you'll see that both horizontal and vertical welds are double-sided. That is not standard in the business, ladies and gentlemen. Industry standard in this business is that vertical welds are only one-sided. They're not welded on both sides of that beam right there like you see in a Passport. And I think it's that extra structure, that extra protection, the extra simplicity, the extra preventative measures that make this such a top-rated, long-lasting quality brand. As we're passing by the windows between the trailers here, you can clearly see they're UV tinted. That keeps the interior of your camper cooler. It prevents furniture fade. It gives you more privacy. Now, we can see outside all day long, but they can't see inside. Kind of like that tree in my neighbor's yard. You know, I can see her with a pair of binoculars, but she can't see me in the tree. Just like that. Probably shouldn't have shared that on YouTube. Moving on. Over here, we've got a black tank utility flush and an outside, well, utility shower. A lot of lightweight brands have a cold water only sprayer port over here all of a sudden because they're trying to find ways to be a little cheaper, and it's what I call the copy machine effect. This is the most copied lightweight camper on the market. If you take a document and you run it through a photocopier, you will get a functional copy out of the backside, and there's nothing wrong with it. But the original is always better, isn't it? And that's what this is. This is the one that catches all the fine details. Like, there are 3 measures of leak prevention things in place on the slides of a Keystone Passport. A lot of brands are only single sealed. This is double sealed. Well, it's actually triple sealed when it's open or closed. It's double sealed while it's wiping open or closed. And it actually has an aluminum like gutter built into the wall of the camper to shunt water away from the slide out if it does manage to penetrate through. Now back here, we are backup camera prepped. We don't tend to add those from the factory level due to the fact that we can install them for the exact same price that the factory can here at our store. So people who want one, not a problem. We can put one on for you. People who don't want one, you're not going to get charged for it, see? They put the biggest awning on this sucker they could, and I like that. This awning clears the outside kitchen and clearly covers the main entry door while leaving a big wide open patio space for your picnic table and chairs down here, and that is fantastic. Their low profile outside kitchens are something that are being copied throughout the industry quite rapidly now. And Passport has always managed to do a little bit more with theirs. Most brands, you get an outside kitchen, if it does extend outward, it does not have these extra wing-out countertops that they're doing with the Passport to give you prep space where the others do not. A lot of times you'll get the what I call scorpion tail, you know, the scorpion tail sink widget here, but Passport also includes the handy little sprayer hose. The reason I like this is because that end right there fits any residential hose adapter, so like those little like garden hose sprayer handles. You can hook that onto this and you can do some campsite cleanup over here. I mean, how cool is that? That you can kind of pick and choose what adapter you want on this thing. It's very slick. It's very handy. And when you're done with it, it's kind of like on one of those, almost like an air hose that you have in the shop. It's like a quick release hose. Simply slide these shut, unlatch your bullet latches here, which is, I found out this year, that's called a bullet latch. Tells you what I know. I don't know everything. I'm just some dude that makes camper. Oh, by the way, Dad's medicine cabinet. Love you, girl. Keep that barley pop cold. And again, we've got magnetic latches. We've got protected hinges. Leaves this thing open. Now, if you look here, you're going to notice they have 3 bunk windows for 2 bunks. Most trailers will give you 1 or 2. They've given you 3. Why did they do that? Well, when this outside kitchen door is open, notice how it covered that lower window. Well, Passport is very big about standardizing things. Keystone really is as a whole. So instead of restructuring a wall that is already proven to work, because they have the stats to prove their stuff holds together, and I'll back that up here from our dealership, they added an extra window back here so that you actually have good airflow all the time. Wide stance stability axles. These are fantastic, and it's funny because our in-house transporters, when we deliver an RV to a customer, which by the way, here at Haylett RV, we only do everything, including delivering RVs to customers, financing, trades, etc. Our delivery drivers said, man, I tell you what, I've towed a lot of different trailers, and if you look around, you're going to see that we carry a lot of different brands here at Haylett RV, and they always say, there's something about those Passports. I don't know what it is. They handle better than anything else out there. First of all, I think it's because they're just insanely lightweight. They're very, very lightweight, and it's because they have that all-aluminum skeleton. In point of technicality, galvanized steel roof trusses, but basically lightweight metallic skeleton, not heavy wooden skeleton, which there's nothing wrong with that structurally, it's just heavier. Well, then you have this wide stance stability axle system. Now what this does, if we're facing the same way as the trailer, it keeps the trailer from wanting to scoot, do the butt scoot boogie around, if you will, and it also keeps the trailer from wanting to bounce the tongue of your truck around, or vehicle as it were. Bigger entry handle, triple steps, everyday things that you're going to use, see, feel, and touch in a Passport, like this big power awning I mentioned. It has full-length LED lighting, and it's an easy tilt awning. The stuff you're going to touch and use every single day, it's all here, it's all been upgraded. Things that are glitzy in nature, such as raised panel hardwood cabinet doors. They look nice. They certainly do. They feel nice. But tell me that doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, and tell me how that cabinet is inferior in any way when it comes to keeping a cereal box up there. And the fact of the matter is, Passport's cabinetry, and a Passport RV in general, is as effective as anything else on the market. They've just done so at lighter weight and less money because they are the smart money RV. And that is the message of the day with a Keystone Passport. This is the smart money ultralight. Everything that matters is here. So we've got, they actually have an extended super slide with a trifold hide-to-bed sleeper sofa and a full true U-dinette, not you know, oh, I'm going to get in trouble for using this phrase, but jerked over half-size U-dinette. This is a full true U-dinette that folds down into a 7-foot bed. 2 adults can sleep there. 2 adults can sleep there. Now we've got sleeping for 2, 2 more, 2 up front. This can sleep 10 all day long without trying to get cute. I mean, you can sleep 6 without sharing sleeping spaces other than the full 80-inch True Queen master bed up front. We'll get to that in a minute. Right when we walk in, we are greeted by big windows here. And notice that these windows slide open for maximum airflow. Now, I'm going to have to keep the camera aimed low, otherwise the big windows actually flood my lens on the camera and they trick the light-dark filter on a digital camera, regardless. There are multiple decors available here at Haylett RV for the Keystone Passport line. We typically keep several in stock at a time when we can. Due to the popularity of this brand and the volume success that we have at our dealership, there are times where we're down to 1 or 2 of these and sometimes none. It just depends. We always try to have these on hand though. This is called Driftwood. I think it is by far and away the most popular of all the decors, but they all seem to be pretty popular. There's also Granite, which has like a more, very close to like black seating arrangement. And there's, I don't know if they're trying to call it, I think they tried to call it rattan, but it came out spelled rattan. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'm ignorant. I don't know. I'm just some dumb Southern Michigan boy here who's got a camera in his hands pointing at travel trailers all day. I'm not an interior decorator, so maybe I'm the idiot. But long story short, there are different decors available in this. Now we have central air, central heat. We have an enclosed heated underbelly with a largest in-class furnace. What that means is that when, well, like the 1980 song, when the heat is on, we can stay nice and comfy in here even when it's cold. Now, it does have forced air heating in the underbelly to help support your piping. This is not necessarily a 0 to 100 degree like tested, proven, rated trailer. But guess what, guys? No ultralights are proven at those temperatures. And there are some brands who claim they're winter camp rated, but they don't actually test and publish their specifics. Isn't that funny? At least Passport's not trying to fool you. I do love the updated doors on these. This has such a good aesthetic to it. And the door pulls, the handles are updated and touched. I love that. You know what most bunkhouses don't have is just awesome storage like this. You've got a dedicated closet, a dedicated pantry, or you can kind of convert this and remove 1 or 2 shelves to have a double hanging closet. Or you could put a shelf organizer unit in here and have a double pantry, or whatever you want and need. We've got our double bunks here. In the rear corner of both beds, you'll see a power outlet back there so that when the kids are stuck inside on a rainy day, they can still keep all their devices charged and up and running. Little treasure chest storage down here for the little matey of your house, yar. Sorry, I have a major in nonsense and a minor in Pirish, which is the language of pirates. Never mind. So back here in the bathroom, it's simple, but it's effective. Again, everything that matters, nothing that doesn't. We have a foot flush toilet with ample legroom. We have a self-contained bathroom with a sink and medicine cabinet right in the bathroom, not out in the hallway. We have a power vent fan and a skylight, protective shower wall surround paneling. Everything you need. It's all handled. Now over here in the dinette, not too long ago, they added these dinette bench doors. And it's not a major thing, but it is a major thing, because it's one of those things you're going to use and touch every day. So Passport said, great. We'll spend money on it. They spend money where it matters. The money of this is in the structure and it's in the day-to-day features. It is so smart. If you start comparing the price tags on a Passport, you will actually find they come in literally less money than very highly equipped stick-built trailers. This laminated Ultralite, intelligently appointed sales machine and customer satisfaction machine at that, is actually less money than many very high-end stick-built trailers. How about that? Little things like this have helped catapult them up to their success levels, and this is something I see different on the Passport from the other lightweights here at Haylett RV. The L Peninsula countertop right here. You know, you ever notice how boxes at the grocery store, they're always shaped rectangular in fashion, or they're like cube-like? You ever notice how they're not shaped like a 45-degree pyramid? Why then do so many campers have a countertop that goes here and then kicks out at a 45-degree angle? You can't put stuff effectively in those cabinets. But you know what? When everything is square and straight, you can put stuff in there all day long. They don't waste the space under the oven. They don't waste anything. Actually, over here under the sink, you can see you've got full pass-through storage, and if you look through, there's actually an access door on the other side of the counter by the entry door. So there is no wasted space under this countertop. You can get to every single square inch of it. Here's another good look straight down the pipe of that thing. You can see the door on the left side. We've got big full extension drawers down in here. And the drawer in a door concept seems odd, but when you really think about it, it's one of the reasons that Passport is successful and high quality. Because you notice how this door is the same as that door, is the same as the door on the back. Those are the same. These 4 upper doors are the same. You get quality through consistency and repetition, ladies and gentlemen. And when they don't have to rebuild and refix things, the price goes down because they're better controlling their internal costs. By having repetition, building it the same way every time. Like, you'll notice that this kitchen is the same as the 2920 Passport at Haylitz. It's the same as the 2400 Passport, the 2810 Passport. They all have a standardized front end and basically a standardized slide layout. The only thing that you're really changing is the back, I don't know, 1/3 of a Keystone Passport with the different floor plans. And that is what makes them so effective. All their stuff is built the same. It's just a matter of how large would you like it, because they're all pointed equally. And that, it is the key to their success right there. By not building off the grid every single time, you're getting better control every time. TV can swing out so that when we are over here, sitting on the sofa, there's no bad seat in the house. And little detail things like that. A lot of brands will flat mount the flat screen so that it only faces backwards. Problem is, when I'm sitting here over on the sofa, it's not so fun. But that's not a problem in a Passport. Now, they're very good about customer feedback and listening. People wanted a place for a phone charging station. Bang, you got it with some USB plugs. They wanted the control panel up where the grandkids couldn't mess with it. Bang, they listened. They did what you wanted. People wanted privacy doors for the front bedroom. And notice how they're actually top and bottom bracketed so they're not falling out of place. Bang, they listened. Passport has eyes and ears. They know what they're looking for, and they listen to you. Now, one of the things I specifically point out on these, up here in the bedroom, you'll notice that the bed comes right up next to the entertainment center. And for a lot of people, that's a big no-no, because they're like, well, my husband or I am tall, or whoever, someone in the household's tall, and we don't want to kick the bed. Well, that's not a problem in a Passport, because this is a longer 80-inch queen. This is not the short camper queen where your feet hang off the end of the bed. And that, again, is the key to the Passport brand here at Haylett RV. Everything that matters is done. And it's done very well, very effectively. Anything that is important is handled in this RV. So, and it comes in like under 5,200 pounds, or right on, or right abouts, or anywhere, somewhere in there. You get the idea. It's 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound sack. It's just straight dynamite laced with, you know, nitroglycerin. It's good stuff. This is a brand I would personally not hesitate to tow behind my own vehicle. I do feel that strongly about it. They have earned my respect. They've earned my admiration. They've earned the admiration of our service department. Our salesmen love when folks take interest in Keystone products, even specifically the Passports, but really any of them, because the number one thing they say is, I love it because it doesn't come back to haunt me. That people are happy. They send me referrals. Actually, their only complaint with Passports is they don't get as many trade-ins because people want to keep the Passport longer. That's the biggest complaint we have at Haylett RV with a Keystone, is that you want to keep them so long that we don't get trade-ins off of you. I think that's a recipe for success right there. So with that, I encourage you to give our team a call here at Haylett's. Remember, we do the hitching, and we do financing. We do everything, brake controls, everything. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.